I'm Dana Denha, and you're watching a special art fair edition of FYI. Creativity is in the air as North America's largest juried art fair transforms the streets of Ann Arbor into a world of imagination, exploration, and dedication to making this a more vibrant place. Joining me is Angela Klein, Executive Director of the Ann Arbor Street Art Fair, the original, Nick Lemmer, Executive Director of the State Street District Art Fair, and Karen Bauer, Executive Director of the Ann Arbor Summer Art Fair. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. We have a newcomer this year, Nick. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Nick, and how you ended up at the State Street District Art Fair?
Absolutely. So what most people don't know is that I've been in the shadows for probably the last decade, just being on the volunteer board of the State Street District. And we had a little bit of staff turnover, and an opportunity came up last year to step in temporarily and get the fair produced. And I enjoyed it so much that and the board enjoyed it as well and decided to stay on. And I do this in conjunction with my kind of full-time gig running my own business. So it's a great group of people, and I'm excited to be on the team.
You're a busy man.
And a new baby in January, so add that to the list.
Oh my gosh. I don't envy you. Well, it's interesting too, because I feel like universally, in my experience, a lot of the executive directors are women. So to see a man as part of the executive director team is unusual.
Yeah, well, we've had a few different people that have run our organization, and they've all had their unique spin on how they do it. And I hope that my entrepreneurial brain and perspective adds some value to both our board perspective as well as the three fairs perspective.
And what is your business you mentioned?
Yeah, so I own a gelato company called Iorio Gelato, and we have a production facility in Manchester, a little bit outside of Ann Arbor, and then two stores in Grand Rapids and Lansing.
Okay, nice. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about that kickoff for the art fair that really is not that far away. So we have the Dart for Art, and then we have a party and everything. Can you ladies fill us in to start?
Boy, Dart, I guess I'll start with Dart for Art. It is an amazing event. This is our 12th year, and it's a 1 mile run. So if you are an elite runner, great. If you are a community runner and you want to walk, it's fantastic. And then there's a little party at the end where the runners get to celebrate their victories and their medals and all of those great things. And we have a lot of activities. And then it leads into the city party, which is going to be the fire truck spray park and all of their activations. And then I'll hand it over to Karen to talk about the Paint the Town block party, which is amazing.
We are connected between the two events with what's called the City Party this year. And they will have all kinds of different departments out with Touch a Truck. And so Public Works will be out there. And as she said, the spray park. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then we pick up with Paint the Town at 5th and Liberty. And we will have all kinds of activities. David Zinn will be out doing chalk drawing with the kids. We'll have all kinds of hands-on art activities. Wolverine Pickleball will be back so people can come out and play pickleball in the streets. We have music, Ain't Dead Yet performing, DJ Bats, the Woe Silent Disco will be out. Plus we have the social district, which is really exciting, and restaurants that will be in the street, and lots of other activities that are just too numerous to mention. So we're really excited.
And this is the Tuesday before the art fair, right?
It is. It's Tuesday, July 14th from 5 to 9 p.m. is the party itself, the Paint the Town party.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what location I'll be at, but I know that my presence was requested by CTN, so I will be there, and I hope to see you guys all there as well. And because it sounds like such a kid-friendly thing, I was asked to bring my kids as well so they can play while I work, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the kiddos run for free too. That's the fun thing. And they all get awards, and then they get to play at the end. I mean, the whole strip, it's just one big party. It's fantastic.
Talk about why the art fair in general is just so important to the city and why we have to continue to make it thrive and be a vital part of our community every year.
Yeah, I can go into it just a little bit from the business perspective. And those townies that are going to show up on Tuesday, they are extra incentivized to come during the fair as well. The fair is a place for them as well. Come down, find some art between the three fairs. It's a great way to see the city, see some great art, and also support the businesses that are there 365 days a year. I think throughout the different footprints, you'll see some of those, whether they're activating in the original with, I know you've got the Zingerman's booth this year again. We have a lot of businesses that come out on the street and are either selling from a booth or have a beautiful patio set up. And then the Main Street businesses over in the Guild Fair also having some sidewalk patios, and just a great way to support those restaurants that are trying to get through the summer when the students are gone.
I love going to eat out downtown in the summer because it's not as busy. So it's nice for people that live here all year to actually be able to take advantage of that. And I love the A2 summer streets. I love when the streets are closed. I think it's amazing.
Yes, Main Street has really done a good job with that, and Paint the Town kind of grew out of that. Their A2 summer streets, they were closing down, and there had been construction leading up to Art Fair week, and they had repaved the street to open up for Art Fair. So they were like, why wouldn't we just take advantage of that and continue our A2 summer streets? But we did it Art Fair themed. So we tried to capitalize on their cool idea. So
I actually really love how over the years we have seen the art fair and all these other community organizations become so collaborative because it makes the city so much nicer. And it really is a benefit to us that live here, but anyone that comes and visits, it really makes everything special.
Yeah, and I think that the history, the culture from, from the 60s, I love the art fair for that exact reason. And then all the arts education that comes out of that, and all the bands and all the local music. We have all three have stages, so everybody gets to be a part of it. And from the Kids Collectors Club to Youth Art Fair, it's like all ages, every person gets to be involved, and it's beautiful.
Well, we know that there are three art fairs, and I think a lot of townies know that, but like maybe people that don't, like outsiders, because we get a lot of visitors at the art fair, don't know that it is three separate fairs. Do you guys want to kind of talk about your footprint and what your different fairs offer people, but how well you're also one cohesive fair?
We meet weekly. We talk. We all work collectively to put this together. So the Ann Arbor Street Art Fair, the original, founded in 1960, is on North U, East Washington, and Ingalls Mall. And across, I think if you look across Ingalls Mall, it's the Youth Art Fair. We have the NANA, the New Artists, which is the college student program, and then the Fountain Stage and the Singermans, and then our merchandise tent. So that section really helps with the community free arts education programming there. And then it leads right into our fine arts section, leads right into State Street District. And Nick.
Yeah, what a great segue. Yeah, and so our fair has a few different elements to it. One would be those member businesses that I talked about who are out in the streets selling their goods. We also have the State Street District Marketplace, which is more of a crafters fair, and so a little bit different from the original and fine art, but something approachable for everybody. Including some fun ones like Freakin' Pickles, who are a Michigan company, and they always have a huge line of people trying their different flavored pickles. And then, of course, we have our Fine Arts Fair on Liberty, North University, and William and Maynard. So really something for everybody. And that leads right into both Karen's South U portion of her fair as well as the Main Street portion of the fair.
Yep. So we actually have two sections, as Nick said. We are on Main Street and have the awesome vibe of downtown with restaurants that come out into the street. So we're on Main Street, and then Liberty from Ashley up to Fifth. And then our second section is on South University and State Street from William to Madison. So we connect directly with the State Street District Fair there at William and State Street. And you can find we have roughly 360 to 380 artists. We have a very robust emerging artist program. So we'll have 12 of those artists that will be on site selling their work. And it's, we really believe in creating spaces where fine art belongs to everyone. So we try to have all different price points as well as art for anyone. So that's
and Dana, before handing it back to you, I think it's important to note, now that we've talked about our whole footprint, that some of your viewers may know that there's construction going on downtown this summer, but they should also be aware that all construction will be stopped during the art fair. So easy to get down. We've got a lot of different transportation options, parking, ample parking in the structures, and our different shuttles that will take them from various locations around town. But the streets will all be open so that we can enjoy those 3 different fairs that we just talked about.
How cool. I think it's amazing that we can get construction to halt during the art fair because it is really hard to navigate around the city right now. And if you were dealing with that with all these people coming in, they'd be so confused. So it is really a luxury that that happens.
And that goes to show the partnership that we have with the city and how great they are to work with. And I'm sure while it is probably frustrating for them and their teams, they do it very willingly and are a great partner to work with.
They are. I'd like to
Agreed.
second that. I met with them
Yeah.
twice this past week just because North U is part of our section, and they've been nothing but helpful and really trying to, the whole cruise, they bring out the blueprints and they really help try to make this work for everyone. And we always talk about like we have interesting and difficult jobs, and we try to make it easy on each other as easy as we can.
I was actually just about to mention the shuttle. So parking, you suggest lots, parking in the structures. Typically, I think I would pick a structure over maybe someone's house lawn situation.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk a little bit about park and ride. So we have a park and ride on Huron at Huron High School. It's $9. You can park and ride there, and that will get you to the East Washington shuttle stop as well as South U. Karen, am I thinking of that correctly?
It's off Church and Southview, yes.
That's right. It changed a bit this year. And then Briarwood Mall, and that will get you to all other shuttle stops around Main Street and State Street. And then Nick, you guys have yours that was new last year.
Yes, I believe it's Thompson and William.
Yeah. So this $9 round trip. So it's a great deal.
When
Just remember where you park.
Yes.
If you go
Oh
to
my
Huron,
gosh,
you have to
I know,
return
right?
to Huron. If you go to Briarwood, you have to
Take a
return to
picture of
Briarwood.
where you parked.
Yeah.
We put it on the website. You're like, you
Yes.
can't go to another stop, and then you have to return to
Oh my
the
God,
park
how
and ride that
terrible
you
would that be?
parked.
Yes.
When is the art fair and what are the hours, right? Because there's certain hours where the art fair is actually happening.
So we run July 16th through the 18th. Thursday and Friday, we're from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Why don't you talk about some activities that you guys have going on? Because it's not always just come buy art. There's all kinds of amazing things that happen at the art fair.
Yeah, I can start. We have so Stamps Gallery. If you're on East Washington, you're headed onto Ingalls Mall. We have the new Stamps Art Gallery, so student art gallery there. Moving forward, you get to the art activity zone. So we have LawCo coming. They're doing fiber arts projects. We have Clay and Code, which is clay and U of M robotics, and they have 2 separate areas under the art activity zone. And these are all age arts activities. And they have the Be Creative Studio, and they've been with us 4 years now. Curtis Wallace, and amazing. They have the bubble machine and they paint all day. It's great. And then we have the Youth Art Fair, Nana, Fountain Stage, and then down to the merch store. So there's lots of great things along that strip. And then I'll punt it to Karen.
So we last year started our Kids Collectors program. That will be returning this year. It was a huge hit last year. Artists in the Ann Arbor Summer Art Fair donate art to go in the tent, and kids 17 and under can come purchase pieces for $10 each. We have docents on hand who walk them through, and then at the end, they can write a little thank you note after they purchase something to give to the artist. So each day we were delivering the thank you notes to the artists, and it really was kind of a highlight for them throughout the fair. We also have art activities around there. The Ronald McDonald House will be out doing some activities. Hands-on Museum and the Leslie Nature Science Center will be there, as well as we will be doing bubble painting. We have our stage, the stage on Main, that will be programming through the neutral zone each day of the fair. And then in the evening, the ARC comes back and does their programming, and that's presented by WEMU. And then we have Chalk the Walk with David Zinn will be back this year, and that's 3 days of the fair. And there are scheduled times for that in different locations. So we're on Liberty with that, or also up in Southview. So lots of fun things. Of course, our emerging artist programs and other activities as well.
And on Friday, we will have Alexander the Magician, who will be over on Thayer and North University. And then we have some circus performers that will be on the corner of State and North University with various different show times. Of course, we have our Maynard Street music stage that will have a full schedule of local bands programmed by Steve Summers out of Washtenaw Community College. And then we have the We Rock the Spectrum Desensory Zone, which will be taking place in Liberty Plaza. It's a great way to take a little break from the action that's going on the streets. And then, of course, the various different members selling food. Food is a big part of Art Fair, and this year we will have a new food court over on East William with some local food trucks and an opportunity to, again, grab a picnic table and a bite to eat, and then get back to buying some art.
Did the ladies want to mention food or music as well?
Of course. So we have Zingerman's with 8 of their businesses coming out all under one tent right across from the fountain stage. And our fountain stage has amazing bands booked all day. But I did want to mention we now have headliners each night starting at 7 o'clock. So we have Delta 88, we have Misty Lynn and the Big Beautiful, and Annie Bacon and the Ocean, which is a fantastic bands every night. And I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the Potters Guild that have been with us since 1960. It's their 67th year. I almost forgot about them. I can't believe it. And so they will be doing arts demonstrations every day, all day of the fair. And then, of course, Mr. B, this is his 47th year with us. He doesn't look it. I always tell him, like, how can you have been here 47 years? But he has done it. And his goal is to make it to 50. So come cheer him on.
Yeah, I don't think he ages. I think
No.
he ages in reverse.
It's that bicycle with the piano on it. I think it keeps him young.
Karen.
Our food options include, so on Main Street, we encourage people to visit the restaurants that are coming out. So we have roughly 12 restaurants that will be out in the streets, including Connor O'Neill's, Black Pearl, Venology. So lots of great selections. Real Seafood will be out. And then up on State Street, we have a mix of local and national food trucks coming. Slow's Barbecue will be there. You know, they have a new location on Washington Street in downtown Ann Arbor. We also have Beyond Juice and I'm trying to think, sorry. Little Caesar's Pizza will be there, Chapala Mexican. So we have a great variety, and that's on State at Madison. So lots of great food options. And then, as I said, our stage, we work in partnership with the ARC. They do the programming in the evening. Some of the highlights include Jill Jack, and then the Brain Elasticity and the Ukulele Collective, which has been a huge hit. They come each year. I think the last 3 years they've been there, and they're a lot of fun. So lots of great entertainment options on site.
One thing that you guys have all talked a lot about is, supporting youth with arts. So the one really great thing about the art fair is that it really is for anyone, 0 to over 100. Anyone can enjoy the art fair. Why do you think it's so important to support youth in the arts and just have them be around the arts and understand the arts and how that makes for more well-rounded humans, but also continues that cycle of people loving the art fair?
And I think you hit the nail on the head. I think it's, the art fair has been around for a very long time, since, 1960. And I think you have to curate collectors, right? So the Kids Collectors Club kind of came about. I used to bring my kids to the fair, and I would give them each a little budget each year, and I'd say, go pick some art. And watching them become interested, talk to the artists, learn about the artwork, really kind of was the impetus for doing this Kids Collectors Club and watching the kids go in and select. So that became very important to us to make sure we were, now my kids are adults and they're buying art, right? So they have to start out smaller. They may be doing prints or reproductions, but they appreciate art and it's important in their lives. And I'll let Angela speak to the youth art fair and how important that is as well.
Yeah, I mean, I really had the luxury from Dart for Art. We were able to do a art pack delivery of art supplies. So the past month, I spoke at every high school to all the art students. And here's what I told them. For me, the art fair is about creatives understanding how important they are, especially young creatives, how important they are to the world. And so I gave the same speech every time, which was this: every human-made thing, look around, every human-made thing was made by a creative, and that they make the world that we see. So make it a great one. That how important that is. And I said, no, listen, like Elon Musk, any of those guys, Jeff Bezos, all paupers without you. you know, they can't make the websites and the products and the beautiful art and everything that we see every day. So for me, that was what I really wanted to instill in them, like how important and valued they are. And I think sometimes we need to hear that as adult creatives. Like I tell even my grown-up friends the same thing. I'm like, we're really input, this matters, you know. So that's a big touchstone for us here at the original.
And piggybacking on both Karen and Angela, both to encourage people to be collectors and curators, we have a lot of booths of creatives and artists that we sell for them to make a living. And so we want to encourage those young artists through, I think, the emerging artist programs that they're the next generation of the booths on the street. And so, seeing it from all different angles and how you can make a living being a creative and exploring your creative side, that's important for all of us.
I will say, as a mom, I love seeing the artwork. So at my daughter's school, they collect it all year. I don't get to see it until the end of the year. It's like in a portfolio at the end. And I'm like blown away by the stuff. I'm going to show you guys something right now. She made this little monster thing, and
Oh,
like, just for fun, made it like a little pancake monster to go with it.
Aw.
And I was like this is like what the art fair is about, right?
Yes.
Like making these future artists, or like even like you don't have to be an artist for a living, but just using art for healing and stuff. It's amazing to me. So I'm just a big supporter of the arts. I think it benefits all of us in so many ways, mental health wise. I think people don't understand how important it is to be creative and have that creative outlet in life, regardless if you're making money at it or not.
Agreed.
Well, let's get into this year's featured artist. Karen, you want to start us?
So I'm really excited about our poster this year. Our featured artist is Erin Hannafin Sweeney. She is from Genesco, New York. We did their geese. It's a set of 3 geese. She does these amazing, whimsical, fun, vibrant paintings. She uses acrylics and mixed media collage. And she has these geese that she are very popular that she does every year. So she created an image with us of the geese wearing art fair merchandise. So we're really excited. She will be on site in booth 301, and we will have, the posters, hats, t-shirts, tote bags and all of that. So it's a really fun, whimsical poster. We're excited about it.
Yeah, it almost reminds me, nostalgia wise, of those geese that people would put like in raincoats in the
Yes.
front of their house.
Yes.
I love the poster. It's really
And
cute.
we are running with that. So you'll see geese throughout the fair site.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, we're really excited. We're gonna have some fun with it. So yeah.
Angela?
Yeah, and I would just like to second that our all 3 fairs posters are amazing. And we did the poster launch and I was like, we did it this year. These are nice. So
They're all
so
great. All of them. I honestly couldn't pick a favorite. I love them all.
I felt the same.
wonderful.
I felt the same. So Matthew Cornell is our artist this year, and he is a hyper realist oil painter, and he did the Zingerman's Deli. It's a romantic story. He met his wife 26 years ago at the art fair at the original, and they just love coming. They have dates here, and they come and do the fair, and they love the Zingerman's Deli, and he really loves the architecture of that building. So he paints small town America. So if you go through his Instagram, you'll see his amazing collection of just like a fair or just a small town or a little house that you would seem so unassuming, but when he paints it, it becomes magical. So he's a phenomenal artist in person, and I don't have his booth number memorized, but you'll see him at the fair. It's on Ingalls Mall, right across
I will
from his
say,
foundry.
when I first looked at it, I thought it was a photo. It's so real looking. It looks
Yes.
that real.
Yes, when he sent us his sketch ahead of time, I couldn't believe it. Like it was really fully realized at that point. It was shocking.
Yeah. Yes. All good stuff. Nick?
Yeah, rounding out the last of the 3, we have Jonah Ballard, who's been in our fair for a few years. The one thing that you will notice when passing by Jonah's booth and our poster is that it is pink. He loves pink. It's in the background of a lot of his paintings. And going back to our talking about the youth, Jonas sold his first painting at 15 years old, inspired by his entrepreneurial family who had a hardware store, and he's been doing it ever since. He truly lives the nomadic artist life. He travels around the country and stays in an Airbnb for anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks after the fairs and until his next one, and is painting on the road. He's painting in front of his booth. Him and his wife have been a pleasure to work with. They're so creative, both from the art side, but from the marketing side. He's got a huge following. People love him, and he will be in our fair prominently at the corner of right outside my office here, Liberty and Maynard. So you can't miss him. Make sure to say hi, and again, watch him do a live painting typically throughout the fair, right there for you to see.
Yeah, his work's very Southwest, which is, I believe, the region he is from.
Yep.
And then it's like very graphic, but also like real. I really like the combination of the two things together, that it almost seems like a graphic design, but then he's painting or whatever, however he's creating the cactus.
And he started with the Seguro cactuses, and I think in one of the interviews we did earlier this cycle, he says he's getting more into portraits. So he's doing a lot of portraits, but still have kind of that cactus inspiration and Southwest inspiration as well.
Yeah, I would love to see more work from all of these artists, because I was so blown away by these posters in general that I was like, man, I really want to see what they're offering, which I guess is the way it should be, right?
You got it.
Exactly.
Well, before we go, why don't you each tell people why they should come head out to the Ann Arbor Art Fair?
I'll start. I think it is a wonderful celebration of all of the things that we've been talking about: art, creativity, these people that travel all over the country to open up this huge art gallery downtown, and then also a way to explore downtown, explore what's here all the time, and just have a chance to explore your own creative side, and come on down and see us. Don't worry about the construction. Don't worry about the weather. It's going to be great.
I agree. I think Ann Arbor is an amazing backdrop for an art fair. I don't think there is any place else in the country that has an event like this. You can only experience it in Ann Arbor. The community, the art level of art that you're going to see at the event, 1,000 artists, 30 city blocks. It's just an amazing spectacle. The people watching is incredible. So I think you have to at least experience it once in your lifetime for an experience. But if you want to collect art, I think there's no place better to go.
Agreed on all counts. It's like, why wouldn't you come? It's amazing. And before I was a director of this event, I think I've been coming for 30 years, long before I was an attendee, long before I was a director. But I will say this to the Michiganders or the locals that say, oh, the weather. I'm like, you guys, you're Michiganders. You got to gear up, go to bivouac, get all the stuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
And come here, and it's amazing. So that's my pitch.
I will add my own little pitch to it, because I absolutely love the art fair, and I get the pleasure of going down there 1 or 2 days and interviewing artists and people just around there. And as a townie, I know there's sometimes a little bit of hate about the traffic and stuff. I say don't hate, embrace, get down there, enjoy the art, enjoy the businesses, do it all. Don't just sit at your house. Be a part of the art fair.
Agreed.
Yes.
We're going to make you our poster girl,
There
Dana.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to FYI.